God did not place you in a narcissist's life by accident. Every moment of your journey has been intentional, even the painful parts that felt confusing and unfair. Sometimes, the people who tried to break you were the very tools God used to build you, not because God wanted to hurt you, but because He wanted to strengthen you into the person you were always meant to become. Narcissists often enter your life dressed as charm, but behind their mask is a divine lesson waiting to be revealed. Their cruelty awakens your strength. Their manipulation sharpens your discernment. Their disrespect forces you to confront your worth. You don't know how powerful you are until you are forced to stand in front of someone who thrives on making you feel small. God allowed you to cross paths with this person not for you to fix them, but for you to finally see yourself. You were placed in their life for a divine assignment, but the assignment was never them. The assignment was you. God will sometimes allow you to walk into environments that seem dark, confusing, and draining, not because He abandoned you, but because He wants to reveal what lives inside you. When you deal with a narcissist, you learn boundaries you never knew you needed. You learn the value of peace you never want to lose again. You discover a voice you didn't know you had, and you realize you were never meant to shrink to make someone else feel big. Narcissists have a strange way of exposing the parts of you that require healing. They pull out the version of you that overgives, the version that overexplains, the version that tolerates disrespect disguised as love. They force you to look deeply within yourself at the wounds you tried to hide, the insecurities you buried, and the fears you avoided. And it is in that confrontation that transformation begins. The pain becomes a mirror. Their arrogance exposes your compassion. Their lies expose your truth. Their chaos exposes the peace you were always meant to protect. God did not place you in their life so you could save them. He placed you there so you could wake up to your value, wake up to your strength, wake up to your calling, wake up to the truth that you were created for more than the emotional games they played. Sometimes God allows the wrong person into your life just long enough for you to recognize what you will never allow again. Sometimes He lets you feel the wrong love so you can appreciate the right love when it finally arrives. God knew that without this experience, you might have continued to underestimate yourself. You might have continued to silence your own needs. You might have continued to choose people who drained your spirit. So He allowed the narcissist to reveal what you needed to outgrow. You were not meant to stay with them. You were meant to outgrow them. You were not meant to heal them. You were meant to heal yourself. You were not meant to carry their brokenness. You were meant to recognize your own wholeness. Narcissists cannot love deeply because they fear depth. You love deeply because you were created with depth. You were destined for spiritual growth, emotional maturity, and a higher calling. And sometimes God uses the most painful people to push you into that next version of yourself. The truth that will shock you is this: the narcissist was never the threat. The real threat was the moment you realized who you truly are. When a narcissist cannot control you, they fear you. When they cannot break you, they expose themselves. When they cannot silence you, they reveal the weakness behind their behavior. And when you finally walk away, you walk out as someone wiser, stronger, and more aligned with your purpose than ever before. Your tears were not wasted. Your heartbreak was not useless. Your confusion was not random. Every moment had meaning. God was preparing you through the experience, preparing your heart, preparing your identity, preparing your discernment, preparing your spiritual eyes. You were not punished, you were prepared. You were not rejected, you were redirected. You were not broken, you were built. And now that you have risen from what tried to destroy you, nothing can take you back to who you used to be. God placed you in a narcissist's life because your presence was meant to expose their darkness. Your light irritated their demons. Your kindness revealed their emptiness. Your strength intimidated their insecurity. You were a reminder of everything they lacked. And that is why they tried so hard to break you, because they knew they couldn't become you. What they didn't know is that God was with you the entire time. He used their manipulation to strengthen your wisdom. He used their betrayal to reveal their true intentions. He used their cruelty to teach you self-love. He used their chaos to push you toward peace. You did not walk into that situation alone, and you will not walk out of it the same. You are walking out upgraded. You are walking out transformed. You are walking out awakened. You now carry lessons that will protect you for the rest of your life. You now carry clarity you didn't have before. You now carry boundaries that will guard your peace. You now carry confidence that no narcissist can ever take away from you again. The story was never about the narcissist. It was about your rebirth. It was about your awakening. It was about your elevation. The truth is simple but powerful. God didn't place you in a narcissist's life so you could change them. He placed you there so you could finally change yourself. And now that you see your worth, your identity, and your strength, the cycle is over. You are rising into the person God always knew you would become. And nothing, not the past, not the pain, not the narcissist, can stop what God is about to do in your life next.